My guest now is my friend Cy Elsey, and Cy is running for Alderman in the West Ward, Wards 5 and 6. Welcome to the program, Cy.
Thank you, Terry. It's a real pleasure.
I love your hat, I love your signs, I love your outfit.
Well, we try to do our best to, at these election fests, to have a little bit of fun.
Right.
And get to know the public, where they can talk to you seriously and ask you questions. If they want it off the cuff, I give them the answers I feel that's correct. And I think these sort of gatherings are good for the public and the politicians.
Yeah, because they get out a chance to press the flesh and talk to people and ask them questions.
And they know who they're going to vote for and who they're not going to vote for.
That's for sure. Now, I know you're going to vote for the GO train coming to Oshawa.
Terry, I've been on the GO train bandwagon now for many years, you know. And the provincial government, off the record, they say, well, it'll probably be here in 1991.
Right.
But we've been struggling over the past year to get some firm commitment in writing that the train will be here in 1991, and 1891, I mean. And what happens is we get no reply.
Right.
I'm suggesting that the GO train these days is not a certainty for 1991. I'm under the impression that they will probably put in the cloverleaf at Stevenson's Road, which would make it more comfortable for the GO train. Then the next year say, well, the GO train will be here in, say, 1994 or 1995.
Right.
And that makes it very convenient for the government, which is in power at Queen's Park. They will have like two kicks at the cat. Right. In 1991, or whenever the next election is. They'll say, well, by golly, we'll promise it to you for 1994.
The old carrot and stick approach.
Yes, in my opinion, Terry, we've been given the runaround on this issue. Right. And just because the Premier offhandedly tells one fellow during the election campaign that the train is coming, well, that sounds all well and good, but and our city council is yet to have a written commitment. Yet we've been trying to make appointments for the mayor and a delegation to go to Queen's Park. Right. Now that keeps falling through. And surely if the Liberals are going to bring the GO train to Oshawa, at least they should come out with a firm commitment in writing and say, yes, it's coming.
And when.
And when.
Yeah.
But...
so it's an issue then that you're going to continue to have to fight for.
That's right. We've got to fight for everything we get. Yeah. However, I would suggest that if the heat gets on them, the Liberal government may come out and say, yes, we will bring the GO train in 1991. Because we want to know we're in the end of 1988 now, and 89, 1991. And what have we done so far?
It's only 3 years away.
As I tell them, Terry, if I may, in our forefathers put tracks right across Canada in Confederation, you know, and they did it with hammers and sledgehammers, you know.
Right.
But we just can't seem to get a train from nowadays from Whitby to Oshawa with all our up-to-date mechanisms and whatnot. It seems to be the impossible task. And truthfully, I think we should go back about 100 years and we probably have the train tracks and the station here in Oshawa. But that's life. That's the way things go these days.
That's the way it goes. I was going to say, as a member of the outgoing council, you must have been very heartened when they finally, at last, had the official opening of the Park Road overpass. I know that was a 20-year struggle, and it must have been nice for you to see it finally completed.
Yes, that's been a great asset to Oshawa, and likewise, that was like pulling teeth to get money out of the federal government to help pay for it. And putting politics aside and whatnot, I can tell you truthfully that Ed Broadbent, he was working tongue and nail to get funds to help with that overpass, which has really improved the traffic situation.
Well, it certainly helped out that situation down there. It's made a complete difference.
Oh, sure.
You know, having it there, as you maintained for years that it would.
Sure.
And but that was a long struggle before it finally came to fruition.
Everything's a struggle, and you've got to keep going at the government, keep hammering away, and finally say, well, let's get them off our back and give them some money. Hey?
You're absolutely right.
And that's what happens. They won't offer you nothing.
Right. So listen, Si, have you been getting a good reception from the people in Wards 5 and 6?
I'm very happy with my response in both wards. This is a new challenge for me, taking in the 2 wards. But I'm very pleased with the way the people have been treating me. But I would like to say that I'm taking nothing for granted. This election is being conducted by myself, the same as with the last 4 have.
Right.
I put my whole heart and soul into it, and mainly it's a family affair with my wife. We ask no volunteers from the outside, very, very few, might be 1 or 2. We finance the things ourselves, and it's just a family campaign.
Good
I
for
can
you.
tell you, Terry, that this is probably my last hurrah.
Oh, don't say that.
Well,
3 years from now, we'll be sitting here, and you'll be going on about the gold train.
If it's not here, I'll be here wearing the same hat and the same sign, Terry, and I hope I'll be talking to you again.
I'm sure you will be.
Yeah.
My guest has been Si Elsey, running in the West Ward, Wards 5 and 6 for Alderman for the City of Oshawa Council.
Thank you,
That
Terry.
was great. Thank you.